If I told you that you had an intelligence built into you that far, far, far exceeds anything your mind could ever be capable of, would you believe me? We all have this built-in thing called intuition, and a really great example of intuition happened to me yesterday. I was planning on going to my weekly Muay Thai lesson at 7:30. Planned it, told my friend I was going, everything. I was 100% set on it. But the minute I sat down in my car to leave, all of a sudden I just couldn't bring myself to pull off the driveway. It was 7:20, the lesson was literally starting in 10 minutes. If I didn't leave now, I wouldn't go. My mind was there trying to convince me to go. Just pull off the drive, it was saying. But I literally couldn't. There was just an energetic wall. It didn't feel right at all. And I looked around and I saw it was such a beautiful day, and I live in the countryside. And I rarely ever go for walks. I really don't do them very often at all. But all of a sudden, I was just looking at the countryside and I was just thinking, I just want to walk. I just want to go get lost in the wilderness and just walk. That's all I want to do right now. I don't know why, but it's all I'm feeling drawn to do. And my mind hated this idea. It was like, that is so boring. Oh, I don't want to walk. Walking's so boring. We've already walked all the routes around here before. Like, what's the point? Like, oh my god. But I decided to follow the feeling, and in the next hour and a half, what proceeded was the most nourishing, calming, beautiful, eye-opening walk I've ever had. I ended up walking a massive circle around this forest area and ended up at this river that me and my friends used to hang out in quite a lot when we were in college. And I literally walked through this river. I walked through it. It was about waist deep. I walked through it all the way to the other side, sat down in it, and just meditated. Literally sat just in the little shallow bit of the water and just meditated. And I came to a really lovely realization and reminder. I was just sat there looking at the trees, looking at the birds flying, doing their thing, looking at the fish swimming, and all of a sudden I could clearly see that even though nature doesn't plan or strategize or try to control or think or organize whatever, everything works seamlessly. Everything flows and everything fits together perfectly to create these beautiful, harmonious cycles of life. It's like everything in nature functions from this place of surrender, from this place of intuition. And the only species on this planet that seems to not do that is human beings. And I could suddenly see how much we are always getting in our own way, how much our minds, our logical minds that plan and strategize and schedule and, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that and I need to do this by this time and I need to do that or else. And it's like how much our mind insists on what the moment should look like and what we should be doing at any given time, and meticulously plan out every single aspect of our day. And I don't know about you guys, but when I lived that way, when I was so deeply involved in self-improvement and structure and routines and stuff, like, A, the routines never stuck, no matter how hard I tried, and B, life would always eventually end up feeling so dull and so boring and so colourless, and everything would just become a means to an end. I was never fully in the present moment. My mind was always rejecting the present moment because I wasn't good enough, I wasn't successful enough, I didn't have enough this yet, I didn't have enough that yet, I wasn't there yet. It was constantly a rejection of the present moment and denying life. And yeah, because of this, it would get really depressing and I'd lose all my motivation, burn out, and yeah, wouldn't be able to function properly anymore. However, intuition works a lot differently. That innate intelligence that is just seemingly built into us, but yet we don't understand and we can't fully grasp. It doesn't work on a basis of future and past. It doesn't plan, doesn't strategize. It is simply in the present. And it seems to only ever give you one step at a time. Never a full roadmap, never a full A to B, A to Z kind of plan. It's always the next step, the next immediate step, what applies to you here and now. I mean, we've all had it, right? When you're around that one person and just you get that nasty gut feeling about them. They could be on the surface they could be very pleasant, very nice, saying all the right things, but you just get that feeling in your gut that they're off, or maybe you suddenly get a big inspiration come over you, right? But you've planned to do this, and this, but all of a sudden it's like you cannot take any action towards what you've planned, and you have to do what that feeling is compelling you to do, what your body, what your entire being is compelling you to do in that moment. Like me taking that walk. And once I finished that walk, once I finished that little meditation session in the river, I got home and I realized that that simple walk and time spent in nature gave me so much more than a super intense Muay Thai session that I thought I wanted and needed before could have ever given me in that moment. I got much more from a simple walk in nature, something that my mind could never have predicted. Time and time again, I have had these experiences in life where I am brought to these crossroads between, do I follow the mind or the intuition? And every time I follow the seemingly completely illogical intuition over the very logical and, this makes sense, I should do this kind of mind. Every time I follow the intuition, I always get a better outcome. I've never gotten a worse outcome when I followed my intuition. And it's amazing. It's amazing that we all have this beautifully intelligent, infinitely intelligent, it seems, aspect within us, almost as if our true higher self is kind of giving us guidance or compelling us to move in a direction, as if, I think it was Bashar who said, like, the higher self is on the mountaintop and we're down in the valley, and from the perspective of the higher self, it can see the winding path, the path that seems so long to the mind, is actually the quickest path, because maybe the path that the mind thought would have been quickest, the straight and narrow, right, has a load of unseen obstacles in it, a load of unseen traps and pitfalls. So yeah, from my personal experience, my intuition has never led me astray, not yet anyway, and I honestly don't think it will. But I'm very curious to hear if you guys have had any amazing experiences with intuition or synchronicity or, that intelligence beyond the mind yourself. Please do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Yeah, very spontaneous, as you can see. I'm currently in the middle of painting a bungalow that me, my dad, and my family are doing up. And yeah, I better get back to it. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bloody hell. Why did I sit in a wheelbarrow?